you guys have any questions, you can talk to us, interact.
Hello everyone. We are so excited for this. This is the first time we do this. Last minute we decided that we're gonna go live on Facebook and live on Instagram, as well as live originally on our Zoom for our drinks and essential oils class that Jessica and I will be sharing with you today. We're gonna be getting into making some teas and making some lattes and some mocktails, some cocktails. So every Tuesday we host an essential oils class, and it's a different theme every Tuesday. And today happens to be we're gonna be making summer drinks. So I hope that you enjoy. Those of you who are in our live and you have some time, this class is gonna run till about 8 o'clock. So feel free to grab a cup of something and sit and relax. We're gonna share some things with you. Now, those of you who want to join us in the Zooms to be able to chat with us, we did put that number over on the Facebook and also on the Instagram. But either way, if you're watching right now, it's 899-8133-1608 for the Zoom. Otherwise, let's get it started.
Yeah, you can just watch or come and show your face. We'd like to interact with you. Please ask us any questions. And yeah, let's get started. I'm eager to make some drinks.
So I think I have the best idea. We were wondering, do we start with the teas? Do we start with the lattes? And I'm like, let's start with the cocktails. Why not get it started right away? So of course, if you don't drink, you don't have to make it a cocktail. You can make it a mocktail.
Which they taste amazing, and it's a great alternative for those of you who don't want to drink alcohol or just don't like drinking alcohol. Making mocktails is a great option because you can make delicious drinks that are very stimulating to your taste buds, and they're actually good for you. And so we're going to be incorporating essential oils and fruits and extracts and all kinds of goodies.
Awesome. What do we start with today?
So we're going to start with a watermelon mojito. Okay, so if you can help me a little bit, we're going to use these 2 cups. And you can use any cups that you like, right? We're going to have some fresh watermelon juice.
So this is a watermelon that I bought. And so this is like half the watermelon. I made it into a juice. I put it in my blender, in my Vitamix. And I added some ice, and that's it, just watermelon juice.
And by the way, you guys,
I have strained it a little.
Yes, I have a really good friend of mine that delivers my juices. I'm gonna share the link after, so you guys can see that. Alex, thank you so much.
What's the Instagram, Alex?
I already drank mine, so I couldn't drink mine.
Thank you. You're welcome. SQZD juice. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. All right, so I want you to so the way that I make drinks is I eyeball everything. And Barbie and I always get into this where she likes measuring everything, and she's a great cook. She loves to make recipes from amazing books from amazing people. But I'm just like,
She's a natural, you guys. She's a natural at making the drinks and coming up with things. I'm really not a natural. I really started cooking like in my late 20s, so only like, I'm gonna put myself out there, just like 10 years ago is when I really started cooking and making my own food. So I'm all about books and recipes and following them, and then from that I have gotten more comfortable into following my intuition.
And she's really good.
Ain't no shame in following recipes.
So when it comes to eyeballing, you know, if you're making a watermelon mojito, for example, actually, you
That's
guys,
not a watermelon, not enough space for the rum.
You're right, because we're doing a mocktail.
That's
okay?
right.
So, but you were absolutely right. Can you open this so I can put that back in? And then
This is like a big no-no in culinary, you guys, but it's okay. We're in my house. It's my own drink.
Exactly.
It's okay to put it back.
So if you are making
want me
a
to put it
cocktail, put it here. If you are making a cocktail, the rule is that you put the alcohol first. But because we're making a mocktail, I put the juice first. Now, so if you're doing a mocktail, forget this. But we are gonna add Barbara's favorite rum.
Diplomatico. You guys, being Venezuelan, like our the favorite drink there is rum. It's really what, you know, I don't want to say I grew up drinking rum, obviously, because I wasn't drinking rum when I was a child, but this is specifically the Diplomatico. Not a big drinker, but if I'm in a restaurant or a bar and they happen to have this, which happened to me in Phoenix for New Year's Eve, actually, one of the bars we went to had it, and I got a shot. And I just love it.
Imbalances. Okay, so you're going to add 2 of these.
Okay.
Okay, that's about 1 ounce.
So one for you, one
For you, one for me. And she was modest. Good girl.
right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
a little bit. We
just
don't
a
want to
little
get
bit.
drunk. We're gonna get through the whole class too.
All right, so for this drink, because I'm going to shake it, I'm actually going to add, and I want it to have a lot of lime flavor, so I'm going to use lime essential oil. And I'm going to do 1 drop. Okay, you got to really slowly, make sure you only do 1.
One drop goes a long way, you guys. So when you're using essential oils, what we are talking about here, and we didn't say this at the beginning, I think we got really excited. We're like, let's get to doing it. We are only utilizing doTERRA essential oils. These are the only essential oils that we know of that you can take internally, not just any essential oil that you find in the store, okay? So we're only vouching for doTERRA essential oils, and yes, we are doTERRA wellness advocates.
And we're going to use spearmint, the essential oil. Actually, you don't have any. There's like, so I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove the top, and there's always 1 or 2 drops in there. So I'm just gonna do
There,
1
you
drop.
see?
So perfect.
So you guys, one of the things that I love to do when there's just a little bit of oil there, let's say you have maybe like 10 drops left, I reuse this, and I did a little story about this. You can reuse it by making it a little sprayer, a roller, or a dropper, and then add some coconut oil to that as a carrier oil.
Okay, so I shook it. So you can actually have this drink as a shot, right? We can use one of these strainers and just make watermelon mojito shots, which are super fun, or you can make the drink. So if you want to grab, actually you pour this, and I'll grab a little bit of make sure you put some.
Should I pour it with this? Is that what this is for?
No, this is so that if you want to do shots, you would put
Oh, 'cause
this
it's
and
just-
then pour it into a little
Got it, got
shot.
it. So then this, I will allow the ice to go into.
You're gonna allow the ice to go
Right
in
here. All right. I'm learning, you guys. I'm learning.
So you have an idea of what you can do. And then we're gonna garnish the drink with fresh spearmint,
Yeah.
because nothing really beats the real thing.
We're making
right?
a mess. That's
Yeah,
okay.
you're making a mess.
Let it be messy, you guys.
All right, so that's ready. We're gonna add our garnish.
Ooh, that's
All
so
right.
fragrant.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness, you guys. All right, don't be jealous.
Let's try it.
Refreshing.
And if you ever feel like, I want to have more of the aromatic essence of the lime, you can use a toothpick to put it around the rim of the cup. So what I like to do is I just go like this, and just go around
On the
on the inside, yeah, on the rim, on the inside, and that gives it more, like every sip you take, it's an experience, right? Take a deep breath and then.
You know, there's a restaurant here in Del Rey. What's it called? The Italian one. They have some cocktails with essential oils there. They're using orange.
Oh yeah,
They have it on their menu. I saw it.
oh,
Wonderful.
so good. All right, what's
All right.
next?
So that's one summer mocktail or cocktail. However you wanna make it, with rum or without rum. You can also put some vodka, some gin in it, right?
Yeah, you
Very
can
nice,
do,
too.
You can do the alcohol of the liquor of your choice.
All right.
For sure.
Just a little bit more.
And it looks so pretty, you guys.
So pretty. What else we got?
All right, so we're gonna do one more drink, and it's gonna be in the flute glass. This is a spritzer, and it's kind of like a mimosa, but we're gonna do it with different ingredients. So this time I'm gonna use the juice that Alex, my friend, delivered to me.
And that the Instagram is Instagram, and then it's SQZD Juice.
They're so
Alex, can you make it any more hard? SQZD Juice.
good. All right.
Squeezed. Right? Squeezed.
So we're gonna add the champagne first here, because this is not a mocktail, but it could very well be. Okay, but we're gonna do a mimosa style. So half champagne,
So what if I don't like champagne? Like it gives me a headache.
Well, maybe Moscato, but Moscato is really sweet. It'll probably give you a headache. You can use soda water.
Yeah. So that one, right?
Yeah. So soda water would be something like this. It's bubbly water. All right. So, oh, that's not. Sorry, guys. It has to be perfect. Okay, good. And I got this elderberry syrup, which is the way that they make elderberry syrup is they put the elderberries and they slowly cook them, they simmer them, and they add cinnamon, ginger, and that turns into an immunity boosting syrup. So we're gonna add some of this.
And where did you get that?
I actually got this at Greenlands in Delray Beach. So if you're close to us, if you're local, Greenlands.
If you're local to Delray, Greenlands is the place to go to find, you know, it's like a local, one-of-a-kind kind of our Whole Foods store here. It's just no produce. It's mostly dry goods and all things eco, sustainable. Yeah.
And it's locally made by a woman. I heard that she has 3 or 2 beautiful daughters, so she started her own recipe, and so I love to support her.
Yes.
All right, so I forgot to mention that there is fresh ginger in here. So it's pineapple and ginger, and it's actually really spicy. So just the way I like it. I like it spicy. So I'm gonna add, like I said, I'm gonna eyeball it. But for something like this, you wanna use maybe like a teaspoon. This liqueur, it's elderberry flower. It's called Saint Germain.
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
It's
and
so
I
nice.
love the bottle too. I like to reuse that.
It's very low in alcohol. It's very sweet. It's almost like a syrup, and you can add this to any tonics or spritzers or any mocktails that you're making, just to add a little sweetness to it. So I'm just gonna put a little splash.
I love that.
And then we're going to do the juice. Just a splash again, because it's wait. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting some bubbles. Perfect. And
right? Oh my God.
yes. So
What a great idea to start with the cocktails, you guys.
Yeah. Well, you always come up with great ideas. For this one, I'm gonna use the toothpick method. Okay. So you can put a drop on a spoon. So can I have a spoon, please?
Yes.
This is actually a better method. Yeah. And so just one drop. So these toothpicks are the best to use. They're stainless steel. That means that regular toothpicks are made out of wood, and the wood absorbs the oil. So and then you have to throw them away. This one you can just clean it and reuse
I love
it.
that.
Good. So I'm gonna dip it and stir it up.
Ooh.
Dip.
And what did you use? Is that lime? Or
This is rosemary.
rosemary. Pineapple,
With
rosemary, ginger,
elderberry liqueur, and then elderberry
So immune boost
syrup. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna give it a color, huh? Ooh, it matches your shirt.
Oh.
You guys, she just came up with this, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Just like an hour
Today.
before the class.
So it doesn't have a
Maybe 2
name.
hours
Maybe you
before the
guys
class.
can help me.
You gotta find it. So we've got the watermelon mojito, and then we've got, what do we name this, you guys? If you want to put in any of the chats, feel free to share. What would we call this? Pineapple, elderberry, rosemary.
So I'm gonna add a little bit more rosemary to the glass.
To the glass. Okay.
Just so that it's really like wow. Although this is really gonna enhance it. Oh,
I love that.
all right.
Ooh
How
la
beautiful.
la.
Kind of
What?
like sunset.
What? I love this. Look how pretty that is, you guys. Can you see that?
Cheers.
Salud.
So just know, if you're ever invited to one of our parties, you're gonna have a good time.
Yes.
Your taste buds are gonna have a good time.
So here's the thing. It's beautiful. I love this, but it's in the way.
I love it. I like to caress my nose with it.
Like this. All right. The rum is working, you guys.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
Straight
Maybe
up,
a
it's
little bit
beautiful.
smaller.
I would probably just, yeah.
Maybe a little bit smaller. So yeah,
Maybe.
put it back in.
Yeah, we got it straight from the plant, though. Maybe more in, yeah. This is delicious. Yeah. Oh, wow. Just needs to be a little cold. Because the champagne wasn't
Champagne
cooled all the
was
way.
staying out.
I don't even like champagne.
So let's
But if
see,
you're
did
not into
anybody-
champagne like I am, then we would have done it with the soda.
Yes, I got Sonali. She can't
Sparkling
wait to
water.
experiment with essential oils. They're super fun, girl. You know, to this drink, you can add a little bit of ginger essential oil. You can add black pepper essential oil. There's so many things. If you think that it would taste good together, just try it.
Yeah. All right.
I think I'm gonna have another sip.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna put it there. All right. So then we've got you get the point more or less. Making your mocktails, your cocktails. You wanna have a juice. Then you're gonna choose whether you want it sparkling or not. Get a little champagne or a tonic water or sparkling water. And then get what oils and herbs would you like to infuse with that?
It would actually be really good with a little bit more juice.
Nice. You eyeball it.
No, I bought it.
All right, you guys. Now we're gonna move on to making some teas and tonics and elixirs. And what does that mean? Is it the same thing? Mostly elixirs and tonics are used interchangeably, but elixirs are healing remedies for imbalances or symptoms of illness. So think when you have a headache, when you have a cold, or you have cramp, you want to make an elixir. And these elixirs and tonics are made from the plants. They're made either, there's different methods of using them and making these elixirs and tonics. And then the potency as well. And a tonic is something that promotes overall good health. It fortifies your system. Think of these as helping you improve your immunity, or maybe use them to boost energy. You can also use them to relieve chronic stress. Okay, so that's the difference between the elixirs and the tonics. The elixirs are more for like a specific
Like
thing,
medicine.
a symptom. And then the tonics is something you can do every day to improve your health and for maintenance, let's say.
You can make them cold, you can make them hot as a tea. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the apple cider vinegar with warm water and lemon. That would be considered a tonic.
And then there are tinctures and essential oils. What are the difference? So the tinctures are extracts of plants and herbs. Think of the flowers, the roots, the leaves, and they're dissolved in alcohol, sometimes also in vinegar. And then what this do is a solvent, and what it does is that it pulls out all the active ingredients in that plant. Normally you would put this, like let's say this, put all the herbs, whatever tincture you want to do for whatever thing, whether it's you want to be making like an elderberry, it's a tonic. That's a tonic that's somebody made with different plants. Okay, so you probably let it sit there for a few weeks, and then it's super potent. You only need like a tablespoon of it every day to keep your immunity up.
You mean an elixir? You just said a tonic.
Yeah, the elderberry is a tonic. Yeah,
I
because it's for overall health. It's to immune.
Right. It's not just to tackle something.
It's something you want to be doing every day.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
She's right.
And then a tincture you would normally leave in that solvent, whether it's alcohol or vinegar, and you want to leave that for about 8 weeks. So you would fill the cup with the herbs, and then sometimes halfway, and then you fill it with the alcohol. And then after the 8 weeks, you're gonna strain that, and then that's your tincture. So here's an example of a tincture from a company called the Loon. It's a period pain tincture. So it's super potent. You would create like a dropper like this and use a dropper full in water or under your tongue.
Well, elixirs are really great to create your own tonics. So if you can start your collection of different elixirs, tinctures, and then you can start experimenting, making your own tonics using, the plant and the tincture and the essential oils, and you can become a mixologist.
Exactly. And then there's essential oils. So the difference with the tincture is the extras of the plant, and then the essential oils is the extracted essential oil of the plant. The essential oil of the plant, it's usually the protector of the plant. And again, this is extracted from either the leaves, the flowers, the barks, the roots, the citrus fruits. So think of your lemon, lime, and tangerine. And essential oils help to fight infections, to fight symptoms of the cold, and also they support to strengthen the immune system. They also work on the mental emotional level, so they also help to create a sense of calm in your mindset and the way that you feel. So today we're going to be using some dried herbs and some essential oils to create some of these tonics and elixirs and teas. Okay. Now another thing, there are for making teas, there are infusions and there are also decoctions, okay? Infusions is when you steep the soft part of the plant material, so your leaves, your flowers, and you're gonna steep this in hot water anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, okay? And you can do something, you know, depending on what you need. Recipes are endless. What do you need? What are you looking for it? You know, what do you want it for? Do you want it for sleep? Do you want it for energy? And you would steep that for 10 to 15 minutes in hot water, okay? And then you strain the soft parts of the plant, and then there's your water, and that's what you drink. Now, decoctions is when you simmer the harder parts of the plant. So think of your roots, the barks, the dry berries, and the seeds, and you're gonna boil water, and then you add the whatever it is that you're adding, and then you're gonna bring it to low, and you're gonna simmer that for 20 to 40 minutes.
Okay? That's how she made this one.
Yeah, and that's how you start to then, from those infusions or decoctions, you can start to make, you know, either your tonics, your tinctures, and all of that. I know it's a little bit, maybe a little bit complicated. Don't worry about it. Just so you know, so a little education there. You don't need to know. You just need to drink it.
It may come up another time, and then you're like, oh, I've heard of that.
So because of everything that's going on, I want to go right into what is a tea that you can create that's to boost your immune system. Okay, so this could be a tonic, something you can drink every day. And when you make these teas, let's say I'm just making a cup here, but you can make like 4 cups. You can make a quart already, and then that can last in your refrigerator for about a week. Okay, so in there, can you see? Turn it over a little.
I know we have 3.
We've got 3 cameras, you guys. So if you see us like looking some other places, Facebook, hey, Instagram, and then Zoom. All right, you guys. So in there, I've got some dried ginger, teaspoon.
I see some rose.
Rose hips.
Yum.
In there. Okay, and then the recipe also asks for lemon balm. I don't have any fresh lemon balm or dry lemon balm, but I do have Melissa, which is lemon balm. So I'm going to use the essential oil and also elderberry.
It's one of my favorite oils, you guys. It's really great to put in your mask before you go out to keep you protected. It's great to diffuse at home. This one is really great. It's an antiviral, and it's excellent to boost your immune system. You can also create a honey with it. I haven't done that yet.
I don't know if this water, because I did it already a while back, so I don't know how hot it is. Probably not very hot.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah?
Yeah, look, it's steaming.
It's steaming.
Yes.
So I will leave my tea there. If it's something I'm gonna drink right away, I could probably leave it there for 5 minutes. Can I put this here and it's not gonna be in the way? Okay. And then after I steep that soft, the rose and the ginger, let's say that I made it already. It's not really all the way, but whatever, imagine that. And then I'm gonna add for this much, I'm gonna add 1 drop of the Melissa. Look, I almost did chamomile.
Oh no.
Where's the Melissa? Here.
No, don't do that. I'm gonna put you to sleep.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'll do 1 little drop. The elderberry, may I have a tablespoon of that?
Of course. There you go. See how she measures everything she does?
Tablespoon Melissa, and then I will do honey. Okay? I should have, you guys, here's what I should have done. I should have done the honey and then the essential oil in the honey.
Okay.
Yes. You do the essential oil in the honey and then you mix it.
Yeah, because oils and water don't really mix. It's best to put the oils either in an oil, another carrier oil like coconut oil, or honey.
So for drinks, you would be using regular cooking oil or MCT coconut oil. Okay, and so the fats of the honey and the fats of the oil would help to carry and mix the essential oil in your drink. Okay.
I can smell that from here.
Oh. So this is your immunity.
That's so good.
Immunity. Oof. So I didn't have the lemon balm, but I do have Melissa essential oil, so I used one of those. Did you talk about it, Melissa?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I went over there to get the water.
Wow. That's incredible. She says that she's not all that great about making things. She really is.
Oh, this one's so good.
So good. I wish I could taste it, but
I already.
you didn't make. You didn't
see.
pour
I'm
me
not a
some.
professional, you guys. She's a professional drink maker. I am not.
Now I just have to settle for smelling it.
For smelling it. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. It's COVID times. We can't share the cup.
I mean, we're next to each other.
Well, but it's one thing sharing the cup. All right, next we're going to do something for digestion. So that's one of like the easiest one to make with the essential oils, because we have a blend called Digest Zen, and that blend has everything. You might have these dried herbs already at home, and you usually would make a tea like that. Let's say you have an upset stomach, you have some gas, you have some acid reflux, right? You got something going on with your digestion. You might reach out to your ginger, right? What else? Your fennel. You might reach out to anise also.
Anise, which I absolutely don't like.
You don't like. That's why you don't like the smell of this oil.
No, but it
So
actually
much.
saved me one time from going to the hospital. Actually, I had food poisoning and I had the worst stomach pain. And I told my mom, I think I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. And then I was like, wait, I have my oils. There's gotta be an oil for. I know there's an oil for that digestion. I actually haven't had the experience of it. And I did. I took a couple of drops, and I felt this cooling sensation in my stomach, and immediate relief, and I was able to fall asleep again.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
So this one you would do, and I'm not gonna make it because I want to get through the other ones real quick. But again, hot water in the cup.
Yeah, nobody's gonna drink it.
You're not gonna drink it.
Not me.
I don't know that I wanna. Well, it could be what do you call that? The digestive. The
Digestive. I know in Spanish.
Digestivo.
Digestivo.
El digestivo.
Como el anillo estrellado, like the sambuca.
Uh-huh.
So it tastes like sambuca. If you've had sambuca, it tastes like sambuca.
So here's how we do a very simple tea: hot water, a little honey, and then I would do Digest Zen, and maybe if you want to add a little ginger to that, and even fennel, just to make it's already in here.
Yeah,
We've got fennel, we got ginger, coriander, tarragon, and peppermint, and anise. Part of the Digest Zen. So something for digestive discomfort, that's a nice little tea. With the honey and the hot water, very simple. In the same way, you can make a tea for sleepy tea. Normally, what do we know about sleepy tea? Chamomile, lavender, right?
Yeah.
So if you've got chamomile, lavender, you can use the herb, the dried herb, the tea. Usually, the thing with teas is that this essential oil is one drop. It's like 50 to 70 times more potent than the actual herb.
Right. So one drop will be like a bush, like your hands full of the herb.
So, and think of steeping that and then drinking that tea. So, but they're more potent, they're fresh, they're alive, as opposed to the dried herb. And if you're getting something that's in the little baggies, like the teas that are in the little baggies, the paper actually, from being in the paper for, sometimes even years, right? You get it and you're like, you don't even know when it was created.
I threw away all my tea bags. I am not into tea bags anymore.
So that paper actually takes away the essential oils in the plant that might still be there. So by the time that you're steeping it, you're really not really getting that much, okay?
Yeah.
That's why when I make my teas with my dried herbs, I let it steep there for about 20 minutes and I make it really concentrated. Okay, and I make like a quart of that, and then that's what I make. But sleepy tea, lavender, and chamomile.
Yes.
And you recommend something with the chamomile.
And I would recommend with the Roman chamomile, use the toothpick method because it is so strong, so potent.
Same thing: hot water, honey, lavender, chamomile, with the toothpick method.
Yeah.
And then let's do one more. So for my girls who suffer from cramps during your period, here's a little blend that I love to use. Now there's different things that I do. Like I said, I have that tonic that I bought. I have some lotions. And then another tea one that I like is the turmeric, copaiba, and clary sage. Okay, these three together are anti-inflammatory. They help with pain, and the clary sage is a hormone balance oil. So those three together with a little honey and hot water, super nice little tea there as well.
So yummy.
Okay, so as you get, we gave you like 2 or 3, but the ideas here, you guys, are endless. And once you get really used to using these oils, you get really inspired, and you get, you start to create an alchemist. You're an alchemist. You're creating all these potions and elixirs and tonics, and it's super fun.
All right, I think it's a time for a little break and have a little sip of our drink.
Thirsty.
Wow, so yummy. Okay, so
Oh, hey, Nigel.
I'm gonna show how to make a tonic.
Okay.
You ready for that?
Yeah. Let's do another one. So that one was this tonic was the ginger, elderberry, rose, and Melissa essential oil.
All right. So for this one, I'm only gonna show one, but there's another recipe that I have for the apple cider vinegar that's really great. Or I'm probably gonna show that one for our fall class.
Fall drinks.
Fall drinks. So this is coconut cider vinegar. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it. It's just like apple cider vinegar, but coconut. It's got a lot of enzymes. It's really good to boost your immune system too. And so I'm going to, just broke that. Let's do this little cuppies. Okay, I'm getting a little messy here. I'm gonna move this. Yeah. Okay. So usually I would make this as a hot tea or as an ice beverage, right? Because it's summer, I would recommend iced. And this will give you energy. If you take a shot of apple cider vinegar by itself, you'll feel a little bit of a buzz. It'll give you a lot of energy. And then I found this amazing maple syrup infused with hibiscus flower.
Nice.
And you can infuse your own maple syrup in your oils, like olive oil, with the essential oils and flowers, like Barbara was saying.
Nice.
And then I'm also gonna add vanilla extract because coconut and vanilla actually go really well. And a little bit of lime because that also goes really well. So I'm just gonna do
Lime oil?
yeah, lime oil. So I'm gonna do
Eyeball it. She's
Eyeball
going to
it.
do eyeball it.
So I would say a tablespoon, okay? A full tablespoon, and that's probably about a tablespoon. I actually worked as a bartender many years ago, and I became really good at measuring. So I don't know how I do it, but if you tell me make a drink for 6 people, I would just put it in, and when I pour it, it is exactly for 6 people. I guess
How do you do it? I love it. That's a new. We're gonna start a new thing.
Alright, so I'm gonna add a little tiny bit, half a teaspoon.
More or less.
More or less. It depends on how sweet you want it. But as we know, we want to keep the sugar intake low, so just a very little. And then a half a teaspoon or less vanilla extract. Okay, and now we need some water. Do you have some water? You
Water.
do.
Yes.
Wow, that already smells so good. And then I'm gonna add 1 drop of lime. Just 1 drop. Can you pour the water, please?
How much?
About an ounce.
Ah, yeah. Look, here's an ounce, right?
Yes, maybe 2
Wait,
ounces.
that has a little bit of rum in there.
Oh well, it's okay.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's actually. You're not pouring it all the way to the top. Just pour it here. Because it's gonna be really strong. You want to pour it like all the way up to here.
Okay, so then that's more than an ounce.
Yes. About 2
There?
ounces. These are like 2 ounce glasses. Good.
I
that's
got
good.
this in Alaska last year.
Very nice.
From
Okay, so I'm gonna use this little spoon over here.
Ooh, fancy.
And if you are someone who likes spicy, you can sprinkle it with cayenne pepper. It'll give you a boost of like detoxing because it's gonna make you sweat, and it's just like a kick if you like the kick.
There you go.
And
with the elderberry or?
Forgot the elderberry.
So here's another tonic. Every day.
This is great iced, you guys, especially now in the summer. But if you are at home and it's really cold and you're feeling snuggly,
nice.
for the ladies, if you know you're in your moon, hot's better.
Where's the ice?
It's already. I used it all. Do you have maybe?
Yeah.
Just grab a couple of ice cubes. Okay, I'm gonna.
How is it?
I haven't tried it. I'm waiting for you.
Waiting for me. get that
Okay.
grabber thing?
It was over here.
It's
It's okay. Just grab your own. We improvise here.
Yes.
All right. That's
All right. What did you call this one?
Doesn't have a name. Just made it up today too.
Ooh, the coconut. I forgot about that one.
It's not. It's because it gives you. It's a little bit of a kick.
Yeah. So this one. Oh, but it's so good.
So good. It was like because you were not expecting it. You forgot.
Yeah. So when you're drinking vinegar, you guys, and you're not expecting, you're like, woo. So it's medicine.
So
it's medicine, but it tastes so good.
Ooh,
It doesn't taste like
It
bad
doesn't smell
medicine.
that great. It smells like vinegar, but
Same smells like butt. No, I smell the lime.
yeah, it smells
Yeah.
good. Wow. That's so yummy.
So 2 tonics.
That is a immunity
Ooh, this
boosting.
is so good.
That is really. I should bottle that. All right.
All right. So moving on, I think we're doing good with time.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to get into the lattes?
Yes, please.
All right, you guys. So again, we did some mocktails and cocktails, some spritzers, super fun. And then we got into making some tonics and some teas using the herbs, the essential oils. And now we're gonna make some lattes.
It's one of my favorite. It's really hard for me to wake up in the morning and not have my latte. So I have found ways to have a very healthy latte, right? I don't ever go out to get my lattes anymore. So I got this. This is a froster, and what it does is it mixes the milk and it makes it foamy. And I found that the best milk for that is cashew milk. Now, I did not bring my cashew milk, but Barbara has this, what is it, pea?
Pea protein.
It's a
Pea protein.
plant, yeah. So,
Pea protein.
so we're gonna use this milk, but you can use whatever milk you like. If you like cow's milk, if you like any nut milk, but if you want that foam, that frosty, you want to use a thick milk. Cashew is the best, you guys. So I have it measured, like I go to, like it says here to the top, there's like a little line, and that's probably about a cup, okay? So we're going to share a matcha latte, and we're gonna be using ceremonial grade matcha. So there's a difference. There's a ceremonial grade, and then there's a regular matcha, could be organic matcha. You can differentiate, but of course the label and also the color. So ceremonial matcha is super bright green, like our spearmint over here. Mint.
So here's the thing, for lattes, I thought, you know, well, now that I think about it, I do get some chai latte, but usually I think of latte as a coffee. But what we're gonna be sharing with you, you can do this with matcha, green tea. You can do this with the turmeric, creating a golden milk. And you can make it with coffee, cacao. You can make it with cacao. So you can make a hot chocolate latte. So the whole thing with latte is having that creamy, foamy milk, right?
Absolutely. And after you make it, if you want it cold, just add some ice to it. Okay. So we're gonna do a teaspoon. Okay. I had to measure a teaspoon with this.
That's actually what came with it. So you guys, there's a way to make matcha. So she uses it. You can pour it in a blender, make smoothie. You can do it this way. The way that I do it is the traditional way that you make matcha. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it so I can show you real quick while you do that.
I got a buzz from that drink, from the coconut cider. I'm like, ooh, my stomach. All right, so I'm gonna add cardamom because I really like cardamom in my matcha and my coffee. It smells so good, you guys. So I'm just gonna do 1 drop. Okay. And I'll press the button, and it just starts to spin. It's gonna mix it, and it's gonna warm it up. So we just wait. We'll put some love into it.
So the way that why we do that, can I show them real quick?
Please do.
This is what you would buy for the matcha. I forget what this is called, but it's a thing to make the matcha. And you grab a bowl, you grab, this would be the spoon actually that comes with this.
Yes, yes, yes.
And this would be the teaspoon of the matcha. You put it in your bowl. You add about 2 to 3 ounces of hot water. And then you're gonna use this and shake it. And this might take, for me, I take about a minute to do this. And you wanna do it like side to side, not circles, side to side, and then you do zigzags. Zigzags. And then the more you do this, then it'll create its own little foam and almost like a paste, okay? And then to that, you can add it to your cup and then add more hot water or add the milk or a creamer, whatever it is that you wanna add to it. Okay, if you want a creamer, you add the milk. If not, you add more water, hot or cold.
Carefully with those breaks. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. One of the comments. Your mom. I don't know. Explain, please. Oh, and I forgot. You can add maple syrup to this to make it sweeter, or you can add a creamer. I personally like the brand Silk, and it's almond creamer, and it just
This one.
yeah.
This
And
is
Barbara
macadamia.
loves this one. And
Macadamia.
yeah, and it smells so
So good.
good. So I'm eager to try this one. And so I'm gonna sweeten it with this, just a little splash to your taste. Okay. And we're gonna pour. Look how creamy that looks.
I don't know about mixing all these drinks.
You see?
Ooh, wee. Ooh,
Nice.
Perfect.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna sprinkle some nutmeg powder. I actually like to grind the nutmeg. So I have the nut.
Mm-hmm.
Just put a little. This is so much easier. But the other way, it's not the other way. And I'm gonna put a little bit of allspices. You don't like allspices?
I trust you.
Oh.
But I normally use like allspice and like Chinese rice or something.
Just trust me.
Okay, I
So
said I
good.
trust you.
All right, well, you're gonna have that one.
What about you? You
Well,
make the other. Okay.
I'm gonna make the turmeric. The
All
golden
right. Did you put any essential oils here?
yes,
just
I
the-
did.
What did you do?
cardamom.
Ooh.
Look how beautiful that looks.
This is
Look
so
at the
beautiful,
layers.
you guys. We got matcha latte.
Lower it a little bit so they can see the top.
Oh. Can you guys see the top?
Should I make the other one or no? It's the same recipe.
No, let's try the golden milk.
Okay.
Just
rinse it.
Oh,
You like?
I need to get me one of those frother.
Yes. You do.
Oh, this is so nice.
Okay, so now we're going to do the milk again. Right? Can you pour some here? All the way to, yeah, a little more. That's good.
Cover?
Nice. Just a little splash here. I think we did a little extra, but that's okay.
You can probably, and do you add the essential oil to that so it mixes it?
I did. I did the cardamom, so we're gonna do the golden milk. Oh wow, that smells so good.
So golden milk here has, what are the ingredients?
I can tell you by smelling it.
Go for it. Turmeric.
Turmeric, black pepper. It smells like cardamom too.
Cardamom. Vanilla.
Vanilla, nice.
Black pepper. Ashwagandha.
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 Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's add a teaspoon, or less than a teaspoon.
What does it say there? I think it's like a teaspoon. A teaspoon.
Okay. And you guys, these powders, they stay fresher when you put them in the fridge. You know, if you're gonna be going through them. In the freezer too, they stay fresher, so that they don't like get hard like this.
So turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and you would drink golden milk. Again, you can do it hot, maybe at night before you go to bed, or you can do it, can be put in the refrigerator and drink it in the morning.
I'm gonna press the button, just like that. I'm gonna wait. So I hurt my hand 3 days ago, and in 2 days I was able to put pressure on it. I woke up and my hand, I couldn't even move my fingers. But knowing all the tools that I know now, I was icing. I was taking my turmeric, my ginger, the deep blue rub that we have here in our brand with essential oils, and less than 2 days I was better. And I know that in the past, an injury like that would have lasted minimum a week or more. So I'm just so grateful that I have these tools, and that's why I'm passionate about sharing those with you, because you don't need to spend so much time out of work or out of your training when you can heal yourself so much faster using gifts of the earth, the plants, all the things that the planet, that Mother Earth gives us so that we can heal our bodies naturally.
So we have options. We can always choose. We can choose to use plant medicine. We can also use synthetic man-made medicine, and there's a time and place for it all. There are times where, you know, the synthetic medicine might be necessary, but a lot of the times for very everyday small things and just for prevention, I think the plant medicine, for me at least, that's what I want to go for. I want to educate myself on how to best use the gifts of the earth, like you said, the plants and different parts, because before there was synthetic man-made, laboratory-made medicine, there were plants. And a lot of the synthetic medicines that we have nowadays actually come from a plant. They see it, the chemistry of the plant, and they try to make that in a synthetic version so they can mass produce and make lots of money with it. But I'd rather empower myself, educate myself on how I can best use herbs and plants as much as I can.
Thank you for that. And so I'm gonna add a little cassia to this. Why not?
Ooh, cassia.
Cassia is
Tell me about cassia.
really powerful, and this oil should never be put directly on the skin without a carrier oil. And even doing a carrier oil, you want to do very, very little bit, because it's going to get really hot wherever you put it. But it smells so good, and it's really great for baking, for cooking. And so I'm doing the toothpick method with this one. As you saw me, I did once when it was spinning, but I smelled it and it doesn't have enough, so I'm just gonna do the toothpick method here and put it around the glass on the inside, so that when I take a sip, wow. I'll take a sip of this one.
Yeah, you take a sip of that one. Here, we can go cheers like this.
Cheers. Oh my goodness, this is so good.
All right. And in the same way, you can use coffee, you can use chocolate. So the different, and beet. One time,
you told me about beets.
I went to like a tea bar in St. Pete. I forget the name of it, but it's awesome, you guys. Go ahead. And try it out if you ever go. I don't know, you gotta find a cool tea bar in St. Pete. Anyhow, they had this drink that had rose and it had beet, and it was this pink, beautiful drink latte with almond milk. It was so good.
I would actually add a little bit of rose essential oil, which is absolutely amazing. It's the queen of oils, and it's really, truly one of my favorites.
Chocolate too. Add some of the, you know, you can add and the one here with the rose hip, maybe a little bit of rose.
And then
oil.
you can decorate it. You can garnish it with rose petals if you are using rose. Awesome. Okay.
All right.
We did so good with time.
We did so good with time. How about? Oh yes, awesome.
Rose lattes. Oh my God. Yes. That's
rose
right.
lattes. Yes, yes.
Yes, girl. Oh my God. You can even make it pink with that beet. Oof. And white chocolate.
Beautiful. So I bought it's a beet powder. I think I got it at Whole Foods probably. And then, you know, I use that with my mushroom powder sometimes as well. So I mean, you know, you can start to get your creative juices going.
It just came to my head. Cacao, that beet, and then rose, just to make like a white chocolate.
You see, you guys, she is awesome. So for the longest, I've been telling her, you need to create your book. You need to write down this eyeball. Maybe you could call it the eyeball drinking, the eyeball drink books or something. But you guys, you know that I did mention earlier that I love following recipes. I love having books. I have a whole collection of cooking books, and there's a. Did you bring that other one, the tonic one?
Yes,
And the Elixir
I brought
ones. So these are my two go-to for drinks, and I just want to shout out my dear friend Jules Aaron. We went to the same integrative nutrition school together. That's where I met her, and she has 3 really awesome books. One of them is called Zen and Tonic. So I highly recommend you go and get this, Zen and Tonic, and support your local girl. She's from Palm Beach, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, just like a coffee book. It's just so beautiful. And she goes here to teach you how to make your own nut milks. Well, some people are saying don't call it milk because it's not milk. They're saying call it nut juice. Nut juice, whatever.
It looks like milk. Who cares?
And then she's a professional bartender, and so she infuses, just like we're doing here, real juice and teas. I think I saw her also using essential oils. But she goes over making syrups and all the different drinks and nut milks and lattes. And it's a beautiful, beautiful book that we recommend that you get. This one I got a very long time ago when I started getting into the natural living situation. And I got it in California. I forget the name of the store. Erewhon, I think. It's another one of those like really nice, like here I guess we will have our Greenlands, would be our Erewhon in a way. But this book is also beautiful. It's called Elixirs, Tonics, and Teas. And you know, I get a lot of inspiration from this one. And actually one of my favorite recipes, I actually opened it right to that one, probably because I use it so much, is I make this soup. Have you had it? The mushroom soup?
Oh, forget it. That's my favorite soup in the whole world.
It's called Get an Edge Tonic Soup.
That's what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I had that book
Mushrooms.
for like 3 days.
Mushrooms, vegetables, you can still borrow it. But 2 books that we highly recommend. If you are in our Zoom, we have your email. We're going to send you an email with the link to the recording for this. And also to, actually, no, we've been doing this whole thing without recording. We have it on the Facebook and the Instagram.
Oh, oops.
Never mind.
Oops.
See, that's what happens when you're trying to do all things at once. It's okay.
It's okay.
I forgive you, Barbara.
Nice.
All right, you guys.
So for some of you who are asking yourself, oh, where do I get all these things? I've made it really easy for some of my customers and my clients and friends. You can go to my Amazon store, is on the bio, and my Instagram, and there's different sections, different lists with some of the appliances that I use, and the books and the things that are prevalent in my life that I like and I recommend to people. Fitness equipment, all kinds of stuff. But all of these things like the toothpick and the froster, you can find those there.
Awesome. Thank you, Jess, for making that easy for everybody. Yes. You guys, thank you so much. Those who tuned in on our Zoom and then our Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to see how I can save this video from Facebook so that we can share it to the people that couldn't make the Zoom. I'm so sorry I didn't record it. Oh my God. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Next week, we're going to be talking about hormones and essential oils. Next we're going to be talking about hormone imbalances and what essential oils we can use for that. And then the following Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, we're going to tell you how to use the top 10 medicinal oils so that you can start to swap some of the synthetic medicine that maybe you want to stay away from and start to swap and go more natural. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. If you have any questions on how to get these oils, please connect with me or Jessica and we'll help you out. Have a beautiful evening, you guys.
Beautiful
Thank
everything.
you.
Mwah. Love you.